Okay, we're getting to the big part. So you probably saw this guy a little bit earlier. Since yesterday, I was floating around the net. Let me solve the riddle, solve the puzzle for you here, guys. CD Projekt Red is known for the Witcher franchise. So until not so long ago, we had just one team, but I'm really pleased to announce that since quite some time, we have a second team, and I'm talking about it for the first time today. And the second team is based on Witcher veterans. So these are really seasoned developers, the guys who were working on Witcher 1 and Witcher 2. Actually, they were working quite a few years on them. So if we would gather the nights they spend at the office, it would be a few real-time years they spend on this project. They're really seasoned developers, and they're working on a new AAA RPG. So I suppose you would like to find out about what RPG it is. And no, it's not a Smurf game. So I would like to draw you a vision. Imagine a rich and futuristic world with ultra-modern technology, which at the same time is decadent and there's degenerated human society. I think it rings a bell to a lot of you, but that's just a description to move your imagination a little bit. So that's the world, but right now, let's say a few words about the foundation of the world. So the world of the game you're working on is based on a cult classic RPG pen and paper system. Okay, I think you're slowly getting there. You already know what I'm talking about. You think of the time you spend with it. But let me tell you a little bit more about this RPG system. It's over 4,700 pages in 44 handbooks. Okay, warmer. And over 5 million pen and paper players. I mean, it's quite a safe estimation, but it's a very advanced, very mature system which has been played by people for the last 25 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really honored to announce that we are working on a Cyberpunk game, but not just a regular Cyberpunk game, on the Cyberpunk game. That's really important to stress. And the game is based on Mike Pondsmith's pen and paper RPG Cyberpunk system. I would also like to announce that we are honored that Mike decided to work with us. We've signed an exclusive licensing agreement based on which we'll be developing games in the Cyberpunk world. So these are the big news for today, guys. These are really big for me. Actually, in sort of a way, that's my dream coming true. I'm a huge fan of Cyberpunk myself. But that's about the world, that's about the system. Let me tell you right now, I think what really matters to gamers. Let me tell you a little bit about the game. We will not be revealing everything, but we have some really cool information for you right now. So we definitely will deliver a mature RPG for mature grown-up audiences. It will be brutal where it needs to be to show you the world in the right perspective, the futuristic, degenerated world of Cyberpunk. And if I think about this one, I really remember watching Blade Runner. For me, Cyberpunk is Blade Runner. So I actually especially recently bought a Blu-ray remastered version of the movie and really kicks ass. So the second thing, gripping non-linear story. And again, think about the books, about your favorite Cyberpunk books, be it William Gibson or Philip K. Dick, and think that you are actually playing these books and you can change the plot. That's what we are going to deliver. These are actually two key points which made the foundation for the Witcher games. That's really important. Advanced RPG mechanics based on well-proven Mike system, and I really want to stress how important it is, because with the Witcher games, we had to build the mechanics ourselves. So we are, of course, committing some mistakes. We are learning. It was an iterative process. Here, we have everything ready. We can really start focusing on building a truly exceptional game, and all the rules are there, and over 5 million players can't be wrong, can they? I hope not. Another very important point for a lot of you out there, different character classes to choose from. So be it a netrunner or solo, and don't take my word for it, I'm not right now announcing the classes we'll have actually in the game. This will be announced at a later stage. But Basically, you'll be able to play the character you want. You'll be able to customize the character. So that's a big change from the Witcher games, and I think it really makes perfect sense for a Cyberpunk game. Another very important thing, gigantic arsenal of upgrades, weapons, cool high-tech toys. You can kill with them, you can play with them, you can shape the gameplay the way you want it. That's what we are going to deliver in our Cyberpunk game. And finally, I think it's a really bold statement, but if you don't believe me, play our Witcher games. I really promise that we'll deliver a truly outstanding futuristic RPG, setting totally new standard in the genre, both in terms of the gameplay, but also on the tech side. We are using our advanced Red engine, which really works extremely well in case of The Witcher 2, and we are continuously developing this technology. So it will be a cutting-edge looking game and exceptional on the gameplay with high production values. And I really want to say that we are not making a game for everyone. We are not making R for everybody. We are making a game for a mature audience. So you will get an intelligent, non-linear, gripping game with cutting-edge graphics. Well, what more could you want, guys? We actually prepared a first concept art, one of the first concept arts, and while you will start guessing which class is this gentleman on the left in this beautiful looking jacket. I'd like to buy one like that, actually. Please let me invite our special guest, all the way from US, Mike Pondsmith, the creator of the Cyberpunk pen and paper RPG system. Ladies and gentlemen. Mike, so I'm talking all these things. What are we going to deliver? What is our promise? But I think we're missing a key point here. Please tell us what Cyberpunk is and what it is for you. You created it. You spent most of your life with it, so it's like your baby.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. In fact, we like to call it our first child. Well, I too have a favorite movie, and it is Blade Runner. And the story I'm going to tell you goes back many years now, 2 decades. And it sort of goes like this. How do you get to create something like Cyberpunk? Well, in my case, I love Blade Runner. I love that kind of future where things are shifting, changing, dangerous. So I find myself, and you can join me in this mental exercise, walking down a street around 1 o'clock in the morning in San Francisco when it's raining and it's cold, and it's down by the Mission, which is not a place you want to be. And I'm thinking, this is kind of interesting. It's dangerous. It's cool. It's got that kind of dystopian feel, but it'd be a lot better if I had, oh, I don't know, a gun in my arm or something. Or I had something that would enhance my capabilities in a way that I might live to get to my car. So the thing I realized then, I wanted to write this game. I wanted to have a game that had more than just gear and weapons and technology and ideas like that. I wanted to have a certain kind of style, that kind of dangerous, tragic, almost romantic feel, something that's somewhere between science fiction and film noir, and thus was born Cyberpunk. And when you look at that, look at the guy. He's got the hardware, yes, but he's got a certain style as well. You've got to have style to wear that jacket. And this is what we were aiming to do. When I sat down and started putting this game together, I wanted to have that feeling that I'd had walking those cold streets at night and be able to transfer it to people who also wanted to work in that environment. It's a very strange and interesting place because it's only seconds away from where we sit right now if everything had gone somewhat wrong. One of the more interesting things we've always found is that as we've written subsequent Cyberpunk books, how much of what we talk about is coming true. How many root areas of the Cyberpunk experience could really be there for us. Another thing we're fascinated by is how the technology, the ideas behind it, change people, change what they do. When you're in the Cyberpunk world, you have enemies, and they're big enemies. You have huge mega corporations, you have booster gangs, you have terrifying change, you have a world that is pretty much collapsed. Whether you're trying to go down a freeway with a bunch of screaming guys on cyber bikes, or you're basically just trying to keep alive in a dark alley somewhere where someone's trying to slip a vibroblade into your back. But the great part about it is, like with this guy, you have the tools, you have the weapons, they're built in. You are the hero. You're a one-man army or a one-woman army. You can get out there, you can change it, you can make a difference. Sometimes it's tragic, sometimes it isn't. But the great part is you make that happen. Now, the thing is that's really hard to translate because you can't just make a gun and run game. You need to find a way to get that feeling. And for many, many years, we kind of despaired at ever finding a company that could help us do that, could pull that off. And when we were contacted by CD Projekt Red, we saw Witcher and Witcher 2, we said, yeah, these guys can do it. They can get that maturity, they can get that danger, they can get that romance, they can get that dystopian feel all in one place. And we've been looking forward to that, as with fans all around the world of Cyberpunk. They've been waiting for that. Now we're going to get it. One of the things that really excites us is that the CD Red team has asked me to join in, help out, work with them on this. And we're looking forward to that. We're going to bring you a game, the Cyberpunk game that you've all been waiting for patiently. It's going to kick butt. We guarantee you're going to like this thing. And personally, I can't wait to get down and play it. So let's go make a game.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. That was quite a story. Right now, I have two things on my list. First, we gotta get 2 jackets, one for Mike and one for me. The other thing, whenever I go next time to San Francisco Game Developers Conference, I'm packing up a serious gun, guys. I'll never go to mission without one. So, moving forward, guys, we have a second team, and we're working on a AAA Cyberpunk game, RPG. And obviously, the game will not make itself. Would be a dream coming true, but that's not going to happen. So we are looking for talented individuals who would like to work with us, who are really passionate about RPGs, who are passionate about Cyberpunk. So if you want one of them, please visit cdpred.com and drop us a line, and we'll gladly talk to you. We'll invite you over to Warsaw. We'll talk to you on the phone. We really would like to work with the best because we are making the best game. So no compromises here, and we are looking forward to hearing from you.